Hey everybody, fWhip here, and welcome back to another episode on the X-Life SMP server. Oh my gosh, have I got a great idea going for today. And well, first and foremost, the not so great part about this one is I'm trying to go out of town, and I have like 6 hours to record this before I need to pack, get some dinner, get some decent sleep in, and then, be off and doing all the adventuring things for a long weekend away with some friends. So we've got about 6 hours to record an entire episode, and I am just now starting it. This is gonna be rough, but it could be fun. Now, if you all are ready for today's episode and are enjoying the X-Life series so far, please consider clicking that like button down below. The first thing I wanted to do today was run all the way up here to the top of this here sugarcane pile. What are we looking at for this one? I think the first ones are starting to get up here at the world height. It looks like they are, which is absolutely amazing. And oh my gosh, this area is looking so insane from above. I love this. Last episode, we did come through out here and sold off a few more of our vacation homes, which was awesome. And then we also, on top of that, finished up the Buffon Ranch up here. A lot of people said we should include a pond, which I thought was a good idea, but I don't think we quite have the space for it. One, how are y'all sitting? Two, how did you get up there? Ferdinand, what's up, dude? I guess you're the Buffon sitting on the fence now. But that all being said, I wanted to run over to the shopping district to make sure we're not out of stock in any of the shops before I get out of here for a few days, because I try and keep these ones up and make sure nobody's left anything at the vacation rental service and seeing what's going on around here. I really do love being this close to spawn. Let's see, anything? Why isn't... Huh, interesting. I guess there's too many paintings around here. We need to meet up. Nope, we met up with Joel, so we can get rid of this one here. That one's good to go. I'm actually going to save that book and quill. Those things are valuable on the server. And heading over to our other shops as well. I wonder, have we made... Nope, we have not made any sales for this one here. And apparently, nobody even knew that I had a third... Ooh, there's diamond in there. I'll take that. And no wooden mob farms. I don't think those things are ever going to sell. We need to repurpose this. Do you have any ideas on things that we could start selling in our shop here? Please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Ooh, we got a plant hat. One plant hat sold and no succulents have sold. Alrighty then. But as I was saying, nobody even knows that there's a third floor to the shop now, apparently, because I did not do a very good of advertising it. Basically, I didn't do any advertising for it. So maybe we need to come up with a new sign here later on that actually tells people that there's a third shop of sorts. That would be great to get some diamonds. But one thing people constantly ask me for here is a life book update. So we are still rocking the 4 hearts, which is awesome, and let's check our life history here together, folks. If you have not been through the journey of the server here so far with me, we first survived 37 minutes and were ended by a crocodile. After that, we survived 9 minutes and were ended by a crocodile yet again. And then after that, we survived 8 hours on the 3 hearts, which were ended by Tyson Joner, a mob boss inside this game that ambushed me inside of a cave while I was mining. Then on top of that, we are still alive for a whopping 279 hours at 4 hearts. That is pretty insane. We have survived a very, very long time at this level here for sure, and that's insane. I was talking with some people on the server here recently, but I think I have about twice as many hours than the next person who's closest to me. Joel was the closest, and then he died. So right now we are sitting in a very, very safe position. Even Scott has kind of fallen a little bit farther behind there because he went on vacation for a bit, so I got a lot ahead that week. But folks, coming back over to the village of Mount fWhip. A few of these vacation homes back here, I keep saying things along the lines of, oh, I'll get that fixed up. If you buy it, like we can break some windows out back here and everything like that. But I think what I just need to do is I gotta finish off all of these. These right here just need to be finished, tucked away. I need to do a little bit of building. I need to get one more house. I think I'm gonna squeeze it in right back in here. Make it a little bit of a bigger one. Maybe we can go kind of at an angle throughout here. And come back this way a little bit and then go back in here and we can have like a little bit of like an L shape, but also like a 45-degree angular house. I think it could be pretty sweet. Time to get some building on. Time for a progress update here, folks. And well, this thing, it's had a lot of progress on it. This is a brand new house right here. That stair's not supposed to be there. And it's looking pretty fantastic. Right now, it's just very basic on the interior. I think I can actually go ahead and just get rid of that pillar right here. And before I forget to do this ever, I should probably fill in the blocks right back in here. Otherwise, I'll be showing off the home, and there's going to be some dirt in the walls and grass on the floor, so I'll fix that later. But anyways, it's got a small little bedroom area upstairs, and it's got a cool little bit of a balcony out here, which I really like. Gives some space for other people to decorate. Unfortunately, your neighbor kind of looks right into your home here, but I thought that made kind of a cool feel as far as finishing off that structure there as well. And then outside of that, I came over here and reworked Joey's area a little bit. I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and give him the lower one here. I messaged him over on Discord and told him that he could have this. And so I got everything done here, just kind of worked that one out. We'll go to it in a sec. I also dropped off his lasso and a bunch of wither skeleton skulls that had been popping out over there. So yes, that has been successfully returned, everybody. But if he would like this one here as well, he is more than welcome to take it. It's even got a little bit of a backyard, so if he wants to put a waystone down here, he's more than welcome to. I just really didn't like the waystone being on the street. But now I've got to work on this one right over in here, and then this guy is kind of a weird one, because it's got right back in here is... This is the deli, and then up above it is the wine bar, which I used the back of this one right here as kind of like a storage unit, so we can't really put a window in there. And then the back of this thing, I feel like just needs to stay pretty bland and boring. Maybe we put a... No, there already is a chimney in it. Oh, no, that's the other structure. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of bump that out there a little bit better. Or we can focus on this one here like we probably should be doing, and then we'll figure it out. I thought that was a skeleton. We'll figure it out from there. But what I want to do in this one is give it a balcony, because I've kind of been like, well, I gave all these other people lots of space, and then this is a much smaller one here. So quickly grabbing some spruce slabs over here so we can make a bit of a balcony area for ourselves. I was thinking we could give at least like 2 blocks out on this entire thing, so we have 2 blocks of space throughout this entire stretch. And then unfortunately that's going to mean we need to move this tree right here. I think I'm just going to move it forward and over one, but I wanted to do that and then bring in a lot of our basalt, or no, the limestone as I'm holding the block and stretching that stuff all the way down to here. And then we're going to have another one down there at the base. And then again, bring it over 2 blocks and 2 blocks. And then I guess we could maybe just bring this back right here, because that way I don't have to move the tree, and I kind of balanced the trees out so they're symmetrical going around this entire area, so I really didn't want to have to move it. So maybe we'll just leave it like this and call it good. But I'm going to finish up this one here, get some more windows thrown in it, and then I don't really know if I'm going to do a lower area for this, because it was meant to be like a shop down here, not really anything like a home to buy or anything. It is a kind of a decently sized space, though. Let me know in the comments below. Should we turn this into a shop for people to have like villager trading at, because it's got kind of this weird roof to it? Or do we turn this into another space that somebody could purchase? I've got to say now, after adding in some more details to this structure right over here, I really like the look from back here with that. We've got this balcony area in. I've got to detail out the corners of this guy. You can see that I brought in a lot of the polished limestone, and I need to do that same type of pattern over here. Which, copying the front of it, we're going to want to start... Nope, that's the wrong hand. We're going to want to start right here, and then we basically skip 2 blocks right to here, and then we take this all the way down. It's just a really easy way to make your structures look a lot more detailed without too much effort to it, really, and not changing out too many blocks. We basically just get a whole big boxy thing right here, and that is looking a million times better. I'm thinking also over in this point we can get a window. I did change up the interior of this one as well. It's got... I should probably make it daytime here, shouldn't I? One of the rules of fWhip is no nighttime, right? No nighttime at all allowed in here, mostly because these things happen. We don't like those. But anyways, I was thinking we got this big old window right here kind of looking out over that way, which I added in. And then I was thinking we could add in almost like a longer one right in here, and that kind of interrupts to there. So maybe we just do... I feel like that's going to look weird having that, and that. So maybe to offset it, we can just bring one right down in here. And that is looking about a million times better now. I really like that. I think that's going to work out pretty perfectly for ourselves here. And that, I believe, is the entire backside of this one pretty much done, which is looking absolutely awesome. It looks so much better than it did at the start of today's episode. Wow, that is a big transformation. Moving away from working on the village a little bit here, folks, I think it's time that we can actually work on something that's been needing to happen for quite a few episodes now at this point, and that is Buffon Ranch needs a pathway so that people can actually get up to it easily and say hi to our Buffons. Also, recently found out that our portal here almost killed CPK because he got suffocated in the wall behind it, so it's absolutely destroyed back there right now. But anyways, we've got this little bit of a polished granite line going throughout here of where I wanted to have this pathway thing going. And folks, I think it's time for today's episode that we go ahead and kick this off into good old-fashioned time-lapse mode and make this path a lot easier to walk up. And there we have it, everybody. We are good to go on this here pathway. It is looking fantastic. It's got a nice little bit of a curve to it too, which I really like. And unfortunately, we have our bouncy stairs. Can we bounce all the way down to the bottom? Oh, missed that one right there. Come on. No, it's a little too far. All right, it's a little too much there. That's a fun little mini game I like to play on those stairs there. See if I can bounce from the top all the way down to the bottom. And it's pretty great. I did build a little bit more of a cave entrance around this portal here. It is not going to be staying with how it is right now. My plan is to open this up into a giant, massive cave area and put all of our portals down here. Right now, our nether portal is just kind of up there in the basement, and this guy's just kind of here, right here. And then I figured we could maybe put some other more fantastical things down there, which would be kind of cool to have like a fantasy mushroom crystal cavern down there. So if you think that's a cool idea and we should tackle that one here soon, hit me up with a hashtag caves down in the comments below. And let me know if you think that's a good route to go. We can maybe explore what a Minecraft cave update might look like if it had some crystals and using some of those cool modded blocks that we got in here. I think that would be absolutely awesome. And I am a bit out of time for this episode right here, folks. So what I was thinking would be kind of cool, because something cool that I can kind of walk you through, get y'all a little bit more into my design process here, and how I kind of lay things out and build things, is walk through a little bit here of how I like to lay out some structures in areas where I'm building a village or whatever I might be building. Here's my thought process for it. All right, first and foremost, you want at least 3 or 4 different things that you can use as blocks just to put some outlines on the ground. And in this case, I'm gonna use cobblestone slabs to be an area where the road might be going through. So we obviously want to have a little bit of a pathway coming through here. The road isn't gonna be too large in this area. As we can see, it's only like 2 blocks wide in between those buildings. And then it's literally connecting up into the pathway for the bathhouse, which itself is 2 blocks wide. So we don't need to have a large area back here. I'm not even gonna be opening things up too much. But in order to make it a little bit more interesting, let's clear a little bit of this grass out of the way. And a big thing for me is I like to have my roadways being very, very curved. I know the point of least resistance would be like here, directly to there, and just do a straight line right in here, but I think that's boring. I go for more of the aesthetic route. So we're gonna be curving over this way, and then it'll slowly curve its way back over in here. Now we can use these other different types that we have here, where I just have a white, a blue, and a green, just something different, just something that'll maybe signify something to you. If not, it's totally fine. And we start adding in a few lines throughout these areas. So maybe we can start doing like this. This road doesn't have to be exactly how it is right here, but then we can have this one and maybe extend it back over here. And I've been trying to make larger interior spaces so they're better for actually building on the inside. So this one's going to be 7 blocks long, and then however the heck many long this is right over here. From there, that gives us house number 1, which will build up eventually later on and everything like that. And then we got this area back in here, which I'm kind of thinking we could stretch another little bit of a line right back into here that'll get you back into this kind of a garden-y area. I don't really know what it's doing right now, but for now, we're just going to do that. And then that kind of defines the shape of here of where we need another structure to fit. And maybe inside of this area, it's really, really close to being over in there where we already have this fountain area and everything like that. So this is a little bit too close. But if we want to put a small little meeting area, greeting area, maybe with a table, chairs, a small fountain, maybe we do something like that right over in here. That could work out pretty well for us. And then with that, of course, we want to start by bringing in a little bit more along here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we do 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then this will give us like a little bit of a 5 long jut out in the front to get some more detail in it. And we gotta just take this thing all the way back over here. And that'll give us a shape kind of like this one right over here. But way we can mix it up as well is if we come into this corner right over here, we can add a small little bit of a box on the very corner of it. I think this is a great way to mix up the shape of the structures that you're doing. And this will be kind of a raised up section at that end, being like a longer rectangle going this way, a little bit taller with a second floor. And then this will be like a single floor right here. And then we can add a tower onto the corner, maybe like one of those or something similar along those lines. I think it'd be pretty sweet. And then we've got this one right in here, and that's kind of the outside ones going on for ourselves. And we can maybe do a tiny one right back in here. This is where it really helps having all these different colors to work with, because right now I can just use this white one and we can clearly see there's structure A, B, and C. Now this one we are really squeezing back in here. It's gonna be a nice little full-on 45-degree diagonal structure here, but it should work out pretty well for us. Now that kind of messed up the road that we had, so we're gonna need to move the path over to here a little bit further and just make sure as we add the last, I think I can fit one more building inside of here. I know we gotta watch out for the view that Scott has. If it just looks into the back of a building, probably not the best. So I'm thinking on that grounds, if we give him the view kind of looking out that way, should be pretty good. So that means we can do a structure right in here, because if we're looking at it that way, he's just going to look into those buildings. Well, it's definitely going to be a wacky one, but I think a shape like this will work out well for us. And maybe we can actually go ahead and just extend this one right out here, like another 3 blocks right like this, and bring ourselves right back into here. And that could work out well for us. So we can maybe do a little bit of like not a tower, but just like a larger raised up section on that one that could give it to access to a balcony on the 2nd floor. But that's pretty much everything filled up in here. Maybe we can do like a little bit of a wagon out in this area, or a market stall of sorts. So I'll just do a little U shape right there for that one. But that's basically how I plan out a lot of these structures. And I usually do some of like the tree playing, everything like that. And maybe we can do some trees and some more foliage stuff like back in here, how we have these guys right down in here. We'll just kind of do that same detail bit up in here. But that, I think if I did this correctly, that should be the last houses we're going to need to build inside of this village. We've got those right over here, and I guess maybe a few more would be planned right in that point, and we need to do like all of this. Like we got this little section, and we got that little section, and that is this entire project finished up. So if you have any ideas on next projects that we should move for, any brand new build ideas that I should maybe try and tackle as we're going throughout this whole X Life series, we got a lot of hearts left, so we got a lot more builds that we need to do here as well. So if you have any ideas, be sure to let me know. I've come to realize, unfortunately, after allowing a lot of people to use this thing, that it is just going to be stocked full of stuff all the time right now. So it really pains me to do this, but this has been completely filled up all the way across the board. I don't want any of this. I just want maybe the iron. We'll keep the iron because I'm kind of running low on that stuff, and the poppies is good for red dye. But I'm just making an absolutely massive pile of junk along the floor here. And it's a little ridiculous, but it gave me a good idea. I was sitting down here, I was like, I'm just deleting all the items, just kind of going through this whole thing. And I realized that I haven't gotten a response yet from Joel. So we might have to go see if we can make our thing a little bit more enticing for him. See if he's even let's jump over to his base here and see if he's even seen our invite. I do feel really, really bad for Jimmy here, though, because I know this is causing so much lag right now. There are so many items on the floor, but the entity reset is 1 minute away. And my frames are absolutely nothing. Look at how many items are on the floor here. I'm just going to wait until they despawn, because otherwise I could kill the server by leaving. And there we go. Much better. All right, save that one. No more worrying about, and I forgot these two here at the end. Ooh, more wither skeleton skulls. Oh my gosh, they're all filling back up. There's been that much stuff backlogged in here? Oh god. Over at Joel's Palace, and just now got the Beaconator achievement. I don't know where that came from, but it looks like our beacon is still here, and the lectern is still sitting there, and I kind of like the look of this giant arrow being right here, and I think we need a gianter arrow pointing at this one. He can't possibly miss this one here, right? Like, it's not, you can't miss that. Like, no, there's no way. Maybe we even make it, I think it's got to be even a little bit thicker right over here at the top of it. And then, like, that's pretty good on that one. And then I think we got a little bit of blue right here. We could add in another one that we don't want to cover up the beam here because that's very important to this. I tried going for an angled one, and why does it look like a Pokemon? I don't know. It's not working. It's not getting any better. There we go. That looks more like an angle. I think he'll be able to catch that one on this now. So hopefully we get a response here soon. And it's going to be really awkward because I'm pre-recording by a few days now. He could have already had a response and I just haven't seen that video go live yet. So that's fun. But he hasn't told me anything, and that's what matters. And with that one, folks, I think unfortunately that is all I have time for today's episode. So thank you all so very much for the support on this one. I do hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Please be sure to click that like button down below as it supports me so very much. You have no idea how much those things actually help here on YouTube, and that's why we all bug you for them all the time. But thank you everybody so very much for watching today's episode. Subscribe if you are brand new. And with that, folks, I will catch you on the flip side.